opening your home to us tonight, to me. Mayor Lockwood's support since the very beginning when we were both elected. We pledged our support for each other, and while we have disagreed in some ways over the years, we have continued that support, and I stand, as reporters have reported, I stand strong for Joe Lockwood because I know that he's a good man. I know that he makes good decisions. Again, we don't always agree, but this is the kind of person that you want involved with your city that loves the beautifulness of our Milton, and he represents that. And his wife, Dawn, who came to us through marriage, but certainly we're going to keep you, baby. Just wonderful people, the whole family. And his mom, Sharon, who sits with me on the Milton Disability Awareness Committee. We got a bonus when we got the Lockwood family and we got Sharon Lockwood because she's a keeper. I'm telling you right now, she's out there working with us for the inclusion of people of all ability levels in our community. So thank you for being here too. I want to thank everyone that was listed on the invitation as a host to the event tonight. I really appreciate you guys, your support. And it really is about support and about the vote to me. Certainly there's a lot that goes into an election, but knowing that I've got your support and that you trust me, and that's why we chose the slogan, Milton Trust Tina, is extremely important to me. I want to thank Councilmember Alan Hart for his unconditional support. I have enjoyed immensely working with you. You are one of the brightest young men, because you are young and wise beyond your years. Very wise. And Milton is just lucky to have you involved. Councilmember Bert Hewitt, who is here somewhere, and I'm not going to be able to see it. It's darker and darker. And there's Bert. Those of you who were involved with the election the last time, and many of you were, I came out in strong support of Bert Hewitt. I stand beside him and sit beside him at every council meeting and work session, and I'm proud to do so. He's a good man. He's got a wonderful wife, Ivy, who's here with him, expecting their 4th daughter. And they're a good family. They represent Milton. If you ride down Bethany Road, you'll see their home, and it is, again, just like the Lockwood's home, something that exemplifies what we want our Milton to remain as. And then, in addition, I sit on the council with a very dear friend of mine, and we were colleagues and acquaintances in the journey of protecting our community over the years prior to becoming Milton. But during the time that she was running for election, the first election that we put her through, we became really good friends. And I'm proud to call her one of my very, very best friends, Julie Zonner Bailey, Councilmember Julie Zonner. And it is these council members that make me strong when I sit on the council, because we have similar values and we want to ensure the same vision for Milton. And I just want to give you a little bit of my background, some of the things that I feel like I've done for the community, so you can share that with your neighbors. Many of you know me well enough and have watched what I've done in the council and have paid attention, but some people haven't been so close to it. They elect us as leaders, and they expect us to go do the job, and they don't pay attention. So then when campaign time comes, sometimes people have forgotten. So I want to ask you a favor, and that favor is to share with your neighbors what you know to be the real Tina D'Aversa. My vision for the city of Milton has been to keep that rural equestrian-centric heritage, and I continue to use that equestrian-centric, even though it's not a real word. I've decided I'm going to put it in the dictionary, because that's exactly what we are. But a step further, and I've had this on my website since the day we became, really we went down the path of becoming a city, and that is the cultural diversity that Milton celebrates. We want to ensure that, and what that means is exactly what Paul Moore said about me supporting from Highway 9 to Arnold Mill Road and everybody in between. I support the $20 million homes. I support the $200,000 townhomes. I support everyone that lives on Highway 9, all the way to everyone that lives on Arnold Mill Road, and that's very important. we have a lot of lifestyles in Milton, and we're not all alike. We don't all want the same things, but everybody loves Milton, and there's not one lifestyle that should be negated for another. Let me talk a little bit about what I stand for, my integrity, and again, what I've done as far as accomplishments. First and foremost, I thought back when I knew that I had to talk to you guys a little bit about helping to spread the word about what Tina Villa Versa has done. And I dug back into the deep recesses of what we did when we were a steering committee. Not just passing out thousands of pamphlets so we could become the city of Milton, but after we passed the vote and we became the city of Milton, before we were actually seated as council members, my proudest moment was meeting with Commissioner Rob Pitts. Mayor Joe Lockwood was there. We weren't seated yet at the time. And we went to present to him the fact that we had all this parkland in Milton, and that there were commissioners in Fulton County that wanted to charge us a tremendous amount for that parkland. Now think about it. We've already paid for it. Our tax dollars have already paid for it. And Commissioner Pitts and I have been friends ever since because he so respected what we did that day. And the reason that we got our parkland for the low amounts that we did, basically nominal fees, for 215 acres in Birmingham Park and Bell Memorial Park, and we'll have Providence Park eventually when it's cleared up. All of the different areas that we got that were considered parkland, we got those because of our work and our hard efforts with Commissioner Pitts. And he deserves that credit as well. And I want you to know that about him. He shows up at a lot of the events that we have. Next, I guess another one of my accomplishments that I feel like is extremely important and heartfelt to me is Milton Disability Awareness Committee. Many of you know me as to my involvement with the Miracle League over the years, and that's the baseball league for children and adults now of all ability levels. And the idea was that we wanted kids that couldn't necessarily play on a regular baseball field or play sports on a regular field that needed some accommodations to have that opportunity. We've taken what we did with the Miracle League over many years, and we've taken that and we've launched the Milton Disability Awareness Committee in 2007. I co-sponsored it with the council member, and we have a tremendous committee that has done things that have been recognized by the Governor's Commission. So that, I would say, is my second most proudest accomplishment. I'm very passionate about parks, so having those parks there at the nominal fee that we paid was very important to me. And then having, the Milton Disability Awareness Committee launched has been extremely important to me, and we work very closely together. I still go to those committee meetings. I know that I'm a council member and I'm supposed to kind of be at an arm's length, but that volunteerism, especially for that group, I feel like I have to be there. We've done so much with ADA compliance and with accessibility and inclusion of all people in the city of Milton, and that's our goal. And we are being recognized. The city of Milton is being recognized for that, and we're very proud of that. And I'm very proud of that committee. Also, I was the sponsor of the Parks and Recreation Board that has been launched in the past year, and that board is there to help to develop our parks and to go down the pathway of what our citizens told us in the very first survey that we did, that parks and park programs were the most important thing to them in Milton. So developing those parks programs has always been important to me, but when the citizens said that it was, I felt like we had to start down that path. So we launched this board, and we've got a tremendous group of people that are